Alrighty then, let's turn this off. Good morning. We finished our book last night, and I think I can honestly say, even including school, man, when we read Old Yeller and shit, I never finished anything. I never read all the way through, and I gotta tell you, the 5 People You Meet in Heaven, great concept, great book, pretty well written. I think the guy, he paints too vivid of a picture, and you get kind of, I don't know, I was kind of lost in the details, but he clearly, I didn't like the ending. It didn't really, a book like that talks about, I guess my fire's deciding to go again, but, a book like that about the afterlife and this and that, you think there'd be a real big, significant punchline, and there really wasn't. It really wasn't that neat. It was a good book, but it just kind of ended flat for me. But anyway, I woke up this morning, and you know what I noticed, which is kind of weird? When I have smokes and weed, I don't shit as regular as I do. And when I don't, I'm literally awoken in the morning to the burning desire to take a crap. So, and then the other thing is I'm sure you can go back on the video and find this, but that's how I wake up when I have smokes, and that's how I wake up when I got weed. So I, if that ain't a reason to quit smoking, I don't know what is. So I'm gonna keep that in the old memory bank and work on that. It's sunshine. So first thing I did is, like I do every morning, is rolled out the battery and the solar panel. We killed it yesterday, so it didn't even have enough juice yesterday when I was done with it to charge the camera battery. So the camera battery is red. Probably got 5 minutes worth of rambling, but once again, I know it's crazy, but I feel good. I feel great. I'm sleeping like a baby these days, the last 3 or 4 days. I'm getting up with, no burden of, oh, fuck, what am I going to do today? When I wake up, I have things that I want to do that day, and I plan on doing them, and I do them, and if something else comes along, I'll dive knee deep into that. And yesterday was a lot of wood cutting and a lot of bath work, and sure, I didn't get the rockin' hot bath that I wish I would have got, but all things considered, I dunked in and I got I got clean. So that's a good day if you ask me. So I notice my head is peeling like a son of a bitch. I'll throw some lotion on before I start my day today. But yeah, just excuse me. It's not like me. But no, I feel good. I think today's Wednesday, which means Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't count the day that it is. I don't count the day that I'm expecting someone. Leland said that he'd be back no later than Sunday. So I could expect him as early as today, tomorrow, the next day. But sometime between now and Sunday, food's coming back to town. And at the very least, he's bringing the tobacco. So I can't imagine that kid's gonna, not... If he had all the food and the smokes today, he would not come up without the weed. I don't think he would. So I think I think he fully gets where my head's at and what's important to me right now. And, it's just cool that 20-year-old kid said to me the other day, or told me that he woke up, and let's see, they got back, or no, they've been back a week. You know, he gets up on Sunday and tells my sister before he even tells Kaylin, hey, I'm going to go check on David today. You know, and that's what I would do. That's what I would do. And you know why he's like that? Because his mom and his stepdad shit all over that little punk and treated him like shit. And instead of going hard and going cold and going, you know, hardcore, shutting his emotion off, he went the other direction and turned it on. And, you know, wanted to check on me and was genuinely concerned about me. And, God, I can respect the hell out of that. Not only can I respect it, but, you know, I got a buddy that was supposed to do a job and was supposed to, you know, we had a plan, and he didn't, you know. Not only did he, quote-unquote, get too busy to help me out, but when I called him the first time, he's like, fuck you, man. My life don't revolve around you. And here you got a kid like little Ed who's, you know, got plenty of things to be out there doing, but he's willing and wants to go and drive up a mountain to check on his girlfriend's uncle, you know, who's up in the woods doing something crazy as far as everybody thinks. And, you know, that's just, once again, what that does for me is that recharges my batteries. That tells me that that little kid's worth helping out, and that tells me that that little kid's worth setting an example for. And that tells me that, you know, that there's still hope in the world. So, you know, I don't care. I'll be the first to admit that I started this journey for everybody else. I did this because I wanted to prove a point to my sister. I did this because I wanted to prove to my ex-girlfriend that I'm not a bad guy. I did this because I wanted to prove to Rich that I'm a mountain man and I can handle it. I did this because I wanted to prove to myself that I can come out here and fucking quit smoking and get ripped and go back with some trophies. And it's got nothing to do with it. I've learned so much in the last month and a half. It's got nothing to do with it. Excuse me. And, you know, it's just amazing to me how, sleep in my eyes. I think it's just really cool that I came out here for one reason and I got here and I found another. And, that's, you know, that's pretty cool that I thought I was coming out here to do X, Y, and Z, and come to find out I'm supposed to be doing A, B, and C. And I know that's a cheesy metaphor, but that's really a good one for me. I came out here for X, Y, and Z, meaning I came out here to do the finish stuff. I came out here to do the polish. I came out here to, you know, get ripped and quit smoking and this, that, and the other. And I found out that I needed to worry about learning how to write and learning how to speak again and learning how to hope and have faith and, you know, doing the things that are at the beginning of a life, not at the end. And X, Y, and Z is the end, and A, B, and C is what I ended up doing. And it's just too cool. I can't say it enough. I did not think that my journey was this. I didn't think that it was going to be making peace with the troubles of my past or making peace with this and that. And I really hope to get, I don't want to start doing the life story video until I get enough juice in the laptop to be able to move everything over and get everything titled. It's just a waste of video space if I started now. So trust me, we'll get into the shortcomings of Dave. We'll get into the complete fuck-ups of Dave. It's not part of this journey for me. I know what I've done. I know the mistakes I made, and I know how I feel about them, and I know what I'm going to do to fix them. And out here, it's not a bitch fest. It's not for me to pick on myself, because if I do that, it's going to suck the life right out of me, and I won't have the strength to finish my journey. So I won't do a whole lot of that, and I haven't done a whole lot of that. I haven't done a whole lot of finger pointing at anybody, let alone myself, and I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that, because that's not what this is about. This is about healing. It's not about doing the same thing I used to do. It's not about pointing fingers, blaming people, making excuses, justifying. It's not. It's about accepting responsibility and accepting the opportunity that I have to live my own life, and starting out here to slowly live that life. And it's something that I got to the point where I didn't know if I was ever going to be able to do again. I didn't know if I had the strength. I didn't know if I had the will. I didn't know if I had the desire. I hurt so bad and was so embarrassed and so lonely and so insecure and so sad and so scared that I didn't even know why. And now I know why. And now that I know why, and now that I better understand who and how I am, it's so much easier to deal with. Because when you wake up in the morning and you're sad and depressed and you don't know why, you don't know what to do to fix it. But when you wake up in the morning and you're sad and depressed because you felt displaced, or you felt let down, or you felt like you've let people down, it makes it really easy to figure out, okay, you know what? I'm going to make peace with that. This is what I'm going to do about it in the future to try to make it better. But for now, I'm going to start living. And it makes it so much easier when you know what the problem is. At the end of G.I. Joe, they used to do a little, on the cartoon G.I. Joe when I was a kid growing up, they used to do a little thing where, they would talk about this or that, or, being scared or something, and G.I. Joe would end it with, knowing is half the battle. And I knew I was sad and depressed and insecure, but I never really knew why. I never afforded myself the opportunity. I never allowed myself to think that maybe someone hurt me, or maybe someone left me behind, or maybe somebody was too wrapped up in their pain to deal with mine. And I never allowed myself to think that way. And now that I have, in a short time and in a very small way, without dwelling on it, I know what the problem is. And when I know what the problem is, I can fix anything. I mean, come on, I made this from scratch, When I know what the problem is, I can fix anything. And I can fix this. I'm fixing this. This has gotten better and is getting better by the minute. I don't ever wake up gung-ho and gonna make the best out of the day and gonna go for a walk and gonna get myself some grubbins, and I've woke up hopeless every day of my life for the last 15, 20 years. And I wake up this morning and I'm not even hopeful. It's just what you do. You just jump up and do what you do. And when the sun comes shining through, you get up and you party on with your bad self. So I'm chilly. I'm sitting in here kind of shivering, if you can't tell, but I'm going to get dressed and decide what I'm going to wear today, and we're going to do a walk, get something to eat, probably just make some eggs. We don't have anything to go with the eggs, but we're just going to probably make some eggs, and sometime this afternoon we got to cut some wood, so we got to do that. And we're just going to do what we do. I was thinking about how to cut that tree down. There's a tree down there that hopefully Little Ed brings a chainsaw again, and there's some alder down there that is just shit wood out here, so it's everywhere. But I'll drop a couple of those bad boys and buck them up and bring them up here and split them up and dry them at night. And I've got enough cedar laying around to keep me going. So But stuff burns so fast, it's not really effective. So anyway, I'm going to get the power inverter going and get it plugged in and get the battery charging on the camera. I'll check in with you in a little bit after breakfast, and we'll go for a walk. So love you, miss you, bye.